Hello everyone and welcome to the second video for my ZBrush sculpting series. In this video, I'm going to be covering the beginner brushes that will help you start a model. So these are like the core brushes you should know. So all I've done so far in the first video, the main thing you need to know is I went to Lightbox and double clicked on the Dynamesh sphere. So now we're here and now we can get started sculpting. So you can open up the brush palette by clicking B on your keyboard or clicking over here where it says brush. I recommend just getting used to hotkeys, as I mentioned in my previous video. One of the first brushes you should really be familiar with is the move brush. So what this does is it'll grab segments of your model and it'll move them. You can adjust your brush size, all that kind of goodness, by holding space bar down. That will bring this little hot menu up. By dragging up and down the draw size, it will change your size of your brush. If you don't like using hotkeys, you'll warm up to it eventually, I promise. But if you don't want to, you can go up here as well. Now I want to talk about what the focal shift means. So you can see that there's an inner circle on these two red circles here, and that's where the focal shift is. So the smaller it is, the larger the drop off of the brush. And then the greater it is, the shorter the drop off is. And by what I mean by that is how much the brush blends into the model already. So see how there's this really harsh line right here? There's not much fall off. Whatever I dragged right here was very harsh. Now if I were to decrease this or increase this, it's gonna be a lot softer. Little alien guy there. Anyway, so usually I have a happy medium around 20 or so. Really just depends on what you're doing. Back to the brushes. So clicking B and move brush is fantastic to start with. Another great one you want to know is Make Clay Buildup. You can also use clay tubes. Everyone seems to have one they like more than the other. I like Clay Buildup. So Clay Buildup does kind of what it sounds like. It adds material to your model here, which I've always really enjoyed. It's a really easy way to get moving and adding shapes to your model. Now if you hit on Alt on your keyboard, it's going to invert your brush here. So again, just by normally clicking or drawing on it, it's going to have normal brush function, and then Alt is going to do the reverse of that, so subtract material, in other words. I have a little cat figure going on here, not really sure. Another great brush you're going to want to know about is going to be Dam Standard. I'm trying to find that without using hotkeys. There we go. Dam Standard. This is kind of like a crease brush. Actually, it's exactly what it is. This is really helpful for defining shapes, and I really enjoy using the Alt key with this because then I can bring out shapes in a really crisp line like that. There we go. This is looking kind of scary. I kind of like it. Another one you want to need to know about is the smooth brush. So if you try to go into the brush palette and click on the smooth brush, it is going to tell you immediately to use the hotkey. So in case I said it a million times, just use hotkeys. Don't fight it. So in order to use a smooth brush, you hold down Shift. And that does exactly what it sounds like. It's going to smooth out whatever you are handling. Now say if you didn't want it to smooth that much, I can hit Control-Z, go back to here. You can lower the Z intensity. So then the lower the Z intensity, the less it's going to smooth, the less strong the brush is going to be. You can also adjust Z intensity by holding spacebar. Right here. So again, I love using this spacebar little palette. It's just really convenient to address to. Quick recap. We know we like the move brush, the smooth brush, and I went over Dam Standard as well. These three brushes are essential and they're going to help you so much when you're first starting, getting genuinely interesting shapes going. The other brushes you'll get more familiar with, but honestly, those core three are going to help you so much. Past that, I wouldn't worry too much about anything else. If you're doing hard surface modeling, you can worry about flatten, for example, which that's exactly what it sounds like. So you can get smooth and hard, clean edges there. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. All right, that's everything I want to cover for the three core brushes you need to know. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below like usual. Thanks so much for joining.